On this video, we'll be discussing a lot about market research. This is our first topic on social media marketing and management. What is this market research all about? Right? The first two questions you have here are what? Who are your target audience? Then where can you find them? That is the first two questions you need to ask yourself before starting out on the social media space. You want to market anything online, these are the first two questions. There are a lot of them, but these are the first two questions I would want to actually address. Then we'll push gradually, right? Who are your target audience? Before you know your target audience, you should have an insight of your audience, and we are going to be going in detail. So who are your target audience? You are going to be answering that. Where can you find them? We are also going to be answering that, right? So the next slide is all about finding your target audience. Now, when it comes to finding your target audience, you need to have an understanding on these 5 points. Number one here is customer avatar. Number two is customer research. Number three is customer pinpoint. Number four is customer goals. Then number five is how you can help them. Now, if you understand your customer from your research and you know their problem, you know what they want to achieve, you should have a way to help them. So if it is video content you want to create on Facebook or on YouTube, or maybe you want to start blogging, or you want to start advertising your business, you don't just jump into this space, but you need to understand who your target audience are so that you can create a customer avatar for them. We are going to be explaining that deeper. You create a customer avatar for them. Then from the research you make, you gather what their challenge is, what they are going through right now, and how you can be able to address these things. Then you know what they want to achieve. If someone has a pinpoint or a challenge, the person has a goal. If someone comes to tell you that I don't know how to make money, that is the person's problem, right? The person maybe is broke and needs to make money. Maybe the goal now is going to be to make money. You know that the person is broke, which is the pinpoint. Then the goal now is to make money. Then how can you help the person? Is to teach the person how to make money, right? This way, we already have our customer avatar from the research we made and from the pain points we gathered from their goals. We know how to help them, which is as simple as what ABC, right? But then let's go further into understanding what customer avatar is. But before that, there are people online, or there are people everywhere. There are people who are interested in your offer or in what you have, right? It will be a complete waste of time and resources to advertise in front of the wrong people. For instance, you are selling mirror in front of a blind man. That's like a waste of effort and resources. Maybe you invested money into such advert. It's going to be a waste of time. Or maybe you are advertising to maybe Gaza, that we are hearing of 1 or 2 crises. You're advertising to the place knowing that there's going to be difficulties in delivery. It's going to be waste of resources, right? So you need to understand your customer, and that's where customer avatar is coming into play. So this is like the collection of your ideal audience information. And you could see, if you take a look at the screen, you can see the audience, their information could be maybe their name, which may not be very important, but you may want to get their names, or you want to get their agenda, to know about your audience. Is anyone with me? Are we on the same page, please? Let me know. Let me know if we are with me. Are we together? Are we together? I want to see you on the comment section if we are on the same page. Let me know, please. All right, great. If I'm too fast, you also let me know so that I can slow. I'm trying to meet up with my laptop battery. I don't have light, right? All right, thank you so much. Awesome. All right, so now this information could be their name, it could be their gender, it could be maybe their age bracket, it could be their location, maybe their relationship status. Maybe your product is for married people, not for single people. You need to understand all of this. Their work, what they are interested in, their behaviors, how do they behave, their web history. Do they visit YouTube a lot? Do they visit Google a lot? Do they visit Facebook a lot? Is there any platform they visit a lot? You need to have one or two insights about some of these things. And one of the very reasons why we decide to come this way is because there are different ways. There are different ways you can work from this very knowledge. For instance, you can be a social media marketer, you can be a manager, you can be a social media specialist, you can maybe be a social media supervisor, you can be a social media analyst, you can be a social media strategist, maybe a content manager or creator, a brand manager, advocate, maybe an online community manager, like I once termed one certain time, OPA, online personal assistant, right? It is all about the problem you are solving, not the name, actually, right? It could be public relations manager, it could be customer service representation or representative, rather. Maybe it could be, maybe you are a promotional manager, right? Any of these things, these are just names. The most important thing is the knowledge. So once you have the knowledge about the social media marketing or the social media space, you know how to market and to manage, you can form any position for yourself. For instance, there's a particular brand I ran ad for that they made about 10 million sales from an ad spent of around 30,000 naira. Right, the brand, they invited us to maybe to teach their workers of how we went about it, right? And when they requested for my portfolio, they wanted a designation for my name. I told them just put anything. The person was like, no, I would want you to come up I would want a designation where people can know this is what this person does. And I was like, okay, use lead strategist. Lead strategist. I use the word lead strategist because of what the person needed designation, which is not really relevant. The most important thing to me is what you are solving, what you are bringing to the table, like people saying, or be referring to these other genders, right? Now, in terms of this very avatar, to get avatar done, you have to put yourself in your customer's shoe or in your audience shoe. You need to put yourself in their shoe. So if you want to sell a mirror, you should know that you are not blind. So you'll be able to use the mirror, right? So if you are blind, there's no point selling mirror because you are indirectly you are selling opposite of what you are representing, which is not bad. The most important is to make money. But then you need to put yourself in your audience shoes so that you can be able to meet or be able to answer these questions, except you go for research or you do some outside survey, which you are going to be considering them. Now, on the next phase is what? Customer research, right? You can research your customer via Google Analytics, via Facebook page insight, via Instagram insight, and different platforms, right? And when it comes to Google Analytics, now let me show us what I mean by Google Analytics. All right, so this is my browser. All right, so now this is Google Analytics. Google Analytics. Now, if for instance, I am creating a video content on a particular niche, let's see. Maybe I am creating a particular I don't want to log into my Google Analytics here. I don't want to log in, but let me just log in so that you see it. Now, for someone who have Google Analytics already in place, that's where I'm logging into now. I can decide to check through my Google Analytics to understand where my customers are coming from. Right? I can understand from the data available on my Google Analytics to know where my customers are coming from. Now, this is my Google Analytics, and well, it's as empty as anything right now. Is this the wrong account? I think this is the wrong account. All right, let me check. Okay, let me check this. Are we still together? Can you still hear me? All right. Wow. Wow. This is wow. I didn't know. Now this is an analytics to one of my websites, right? Now, if you take a look at this result, now you can see countries that people are what users by country. People that are using my country, and you can see from United States, you can see the date and duration. You can see over 161 persons from Nigeria, over 140 from India, from China, from France, from Canada, from Australia, right? Now, if I take a look at this analytics now, from this result now, I know that people are coming to my website more from what United States. This has given me an informed information of what or where my audience are coming from. I can also go down to check more to check more to see the gender, the kind of device they are using. Or you can see. Okay, let me check more on this engagement. Now from these analytics, I can get to know the performance of my business, where they are visiting from. We are not learning Google Analytics, right? So if I am to go in detail, it may actually contradict a lot of things. But Google Analytics can help one to have an informed knowledge or information of what is happening to one's website, right? This is for website, right? There is YouTube Analytics. There's YouTube Analytics. Let me show you that. There's YouTube Analytics. For those of you that may have YouTube website, can you still hear me? If you can still hear me, please let me know. Please let me know. Okay. This is YouTube. It's opening. Now, at the course of this, I'm going to be showing us something. I'm going to be exposing myself. I'm going to be exposing a secret that some of you will be shocked here, right? I'm going to be exposing a secret right now. Nobody should be surprised, right? And we are going to be learning all of this as we proceed. We are going to be learning all of this as we proceed. At the end of the day, I'm expecting everyone here to have a brand, to have something to project. All right. Now, if you take a look at this, right? Spiritual summons. This is spiritual summons, right? Can you all hear me? Can you see this? Can you all see this? Please let me know in the chat section if you can see my screen. And if possible, write what you can see on the chat section. Let me know. Write what you can see on the chat section. Let me know. All right. So while you are doing that, this is actually my channel, right? This is my channel, and you may be surprised with what you are seeing if this is your first time, right? Now, this is a practical I did on how you on how one can actually make money from other people's content without having issue. And that's exactly what I did on this brand. We are going to be learning a lot about this as we proceed, because we are still going to be learning about YouTube marketing. We are going to be learning a lot about this. Now, if I should open this now, there is YouTube Analytics. There's YouTube Analytics where I can get information about what is happening on my website. I can know one or two on my YouTube, rather. I can get an information on what is happening on my channel. Now, from this alone, you can see analytics is here. If I click on this analytics, I can get to know one or two. So most of these social media platforms, they have one or two analytics in them. Facebook page has analytics you can use to determine what is happening on Facebook. This is YouTube now. You can see this is the analytics here. You can see 2,000 views. This is the watch hour subscribers, and you can see this is the estimated revenue in dollars, right? Now, I can decide to check more, see where people are coming from in terms of audience here, because we are talking about researching audience, right? I can research, I can check here to know where people are coming from. Now you can see here, I'm seeing Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Ghana, United States, right? Then if I go down, you discover that there is still more. There is age and gender. There is still, okay, look at gender, female, male. Then there is age. So all of these can give you an informed decision on what, on who your customers are, right? So there is insight on Facebook page and there's insight on Instagram. You will understand more of this when we go into Facebook marketing and so on. You understand more of this later, but for now, you can just have this idea that you can get information about your customers from these ones. But there's more to that. There is more pain point, right? Now, we already talked about researching your audience, right? We have already talked about researching your audience, of which we are still going to be doing more in terms of knowing what they are going to examine. What we did was to know, have an insight of where they are. But right now, we are going to go into their problems, basically, because what we saw earlier was all about customer avatar. We saw gender, we saw location, we saw what they are interested in, but we never saw their problem because they never stated their problem there. And that's because that is an analytical tool. But in terms of pain points now, we are trying to understand what pain points here. Now, in terms of this, you can search on places like Google My Business reviews to hear what people are saying. You can go to Play Store. You can go to Facebook groups or comment searches. You can comment and searches. You can go to Quora questions and answers. You can go to Naira Forum and get people's problem. Right now, let's go to what's it called? Let's go to what's it called? Let's go to Google My Business and see what's happening. Let's see what's happening through Google My Business. What is Google My Business? Google My Business actually allows people to get to know about your brand, where they can locate you. For instance, if I want to make findings about Barbing Saloon here in Makurdi, I can type Barbing Saloon in Makurdi. Now, the moment I search this, Google is going to give me different searches in maps, images, videos, shopping. My interest is on maps, so I'll click on maps. This is how to use Google Maps. So by the time I click on these maps, it's going to show me the trending, or let me say the optimized brand. You can see these are the results. IG Barbing Saloon, Barber Shop, Unique Barbing Saloon, Barber Shop, Heritage Barbing Saloon. You can see these are the different locations around where I am currently. Look at Kansho, look at Achusa, look at different locations. So I can decide to maybe I want to research what people are saying based on reviews. But since there is no review here, there's nothing here to check, right? There's nothing here to check. I can go down and see the ones that have reviews. Now look at this one, is having one review, of which I believe there's not going to be any negative review. Look at this Hallmark. If I click on Hallmark now, I'm going to see a lot about Hallmark. I can check their review to see what people are saying about them, right? I can decide to check what people are saying about them so that I can get one or two information from their reviews and decide on what I want to use the data for. It is a good place to have a decent haircut. That's a positive review. Positive review. Positive review. Did not visit for their services. This person is not clear with his or review. Affordable and they have quality. Not a place to visit. My clipper was stolen. Can you all imagine this? Please drop a funny emoji, a laughing emoji on the comment section now. Let it not look like I'm just here myself. Let me know if you're with me. Look at what this person dropped. Not a place to visit. My clipper was stolen in this shop. Now, this is an idea. From the research now, it means people have been stealing clipper from this shop. Maybe I can decide to use this to create a caption. We don't steal clipper in this shop. Come and buy here. If I use this now, if this person encounters my shop, this person is going to feel like, wow, these people, they claim they don't steal clippers here, or maybe they are what, patronizing, right? Or I can use this as a review. I can visit these people and talk to them. Now, from my findings, I discovered that people are, someone is complaining, or people are complaining that they have been stolen clipper and so on. So if there's a better way to address this, this is going to scare this person from attending or visiting this place. Best barber in town, good food, my hair, my bride, very cool, good service, first class service, and so on. Now, this is using Google My Business to get people's reviews. You can go to Play Store, Google Play Store, and see what people are saying about an app. Maybe you want to market an app, or you want to create a marketing strategy for an app, or you want to just research about an app to get an informed information or decision. You can just check on Play Store. Check what people are saying on the comment section. You see some crazy things, right? If I should go to Play Store, I will get to hear or read what people are saying so that I can get these informations from them, right? That is about to Google My Business, Google Play Store. You can also get questions from Facebook. For instance, I made a post today on my Facebook wall before this class. I made a post that, what if I show you the simplest way to make 100 to 200K? And many persons showed interest. Many persons wrote interested. Now, let me show you the post. Many persons show interest. So you can use Facebook posts or groups to hear, or go to influencers' comment, read what people are saying. Maybe someone is advertising a product. Check the comment section. What is that person saying about that product? Is the person saying anything negative or positive? You can get these information and decide on these very informations. For instance, this is the post. Wow, it's still loading. Still loading. Why are you taking time? So you can get information or reviews from people via Facebook group, Quora searches, questions and answer online. You can search for Quora, get to hear what people are saying on Quora. Then Nairaland Forum also is part of it. You can use Nairaland Forum to do one or two about that, right? Then the next thing is what? Identify customers' goals and how to help them, right? How do you identify a customer? How do you identify their goals and how do you help them? Now you can, through their pain point that you have gathered from the previous research, and know what they really want. So you can create a question or a survey to just know one or two about that, so that you can create how you can help. So how do you help? So from their pain point, you can just come up with a way to address that. If, for instance, like the post I just made reference to, that many persons were saying one or two about making money, now I can decide to, from the post, okay, this is the post, I think. This is the post. Should I tell you the simplest way to make 100K to 200K in a month? This is a question, and many persons responded. Now I can decide to, from the response, address one or two. That is what we are referring to here. So by the time we already know about the problem, we already know their goals, we know how to what address them. A problem known is at least closer to being solved. If you can come up with a solution, it's not halfway solved until you solve it, right? Now, we'll understand this better in terms of this very result. This very result. This we explain this in detail, right? Let me expand it. Hope I'm recording. Right, great. Yeah. Now, result. This is what we want. How do we get this result? First is what customer information. We are gathering customer information. Then we are drafting a story from the information. We are setting goals. Then we are also what setting how we can help them. Number one is if we are using Edwin as an instant. Edwin is a what? Edwin is the name. That's from customer information. Now, Edwin is a male. Edwin is between the age of 24 to 30, right? Edwin's location is Benue. Edwin is interested in Facebook business page, and so Edwin is single. Edwin visit Canva, Edwin visit YouTube, Edwin visit Google, and so on. Right? This is one or two about me as a customer. Then in terms of story, I can draft my story from the pinpoint, the goal, and how I can help. Now, in terms of pinpoint, now maybe Edwin doesn't get the kind of customers Edwin wants, right? That Edwin wants to build and maintain his services online. Edwin has studied so many audience courses, like many online courses, YouTube videos, but Edwin cannot find the right ideas to get the right client that he wants. Right? That is a pinpoint for Edwin. Now, the goal for Edwin here is going to be like maybe Edwin's goal is to get enough customers to market his services to. Right? I'm managing a page for a pastor. Pastor came and was like, he wants me to grow the page with followers. Right? To grow the page with followers. And I was being paid monthly. And I started working. Now, he came to me with his pinpoint, not getting enough followers and engagement, and they wanted me to work on it. His goal is to get enough followers and engagement, and I worked on it. I addressed it, and I am still working on the page. This what will give us what the result we want. So you have to put yourself in the shoe of your customers with respect to whatever it is you are doing. So it may not just be about business, it can be any niche. So this course is general to any niche. Put yourself in the shoe of where you want to come from, what you know best, what you are good at, so that you can project yourself, right? So that you'll be able to help. So the help now is what is going to validate the result, right? That is what this is all about. So the next thing now is what we'll be closing soon. My battery is already flying. It's already warning me. The next thing is what? Finding your marketing channels. It is very important. Finding your marketing channels. Now, you need to find your biggest niche competitor. That very aspect of your business that you want to come out from. Is anyone doing it already? If anyone is doing it, they can be an inspiration. They can be your guide to go better. Then, which channels are they using? Are they using Facebook? Are they using Instagram? Or are they using YouTube? They may not use all the platform, but you don't need to use all the platform, but you can use the ones you know best. And that is where selecting your channels is very important. You want to sell your business, you want to sell maybe shoes. There's no point starting with YouTube. You can start with Facebook and Instagram gradually. You don't need to go to LinkedIn or Twitter. You can start from somewhere gradually and expand later. If you start with most of these platforms, it is going to be very overwhelming. So it makes more sense when you start from somewhere. So that is what is selecting your channel is very important. There are different factors to selecting your channel, of which at the end of the day, we are going to come up with a brand together. We'll come up with these things, and by the grace of God, we'll see to how we can practicalize most of these things. So, one, you need to know your competitors so that you can consider them as your